Two European big heavyweights, two guys who have won a lot of big majors in the sport of Nineball, Albin, Ouschan, and then that man on your right, Mika, Immonen. Both have had success in this tournament. And joined for this match, Rolly Williams. Welcome.
Carl, it is a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be right next to Carl, one of the greatest commentators in this tournament.
Thought you was going to say world then.
Well, that too.
It's Finland who wins the leg. Yeah, ready when you are.
We're going to get this match underway. If it's anything like
Thank
the
you,
last
it's
one, there's going to be plenty of drama.
Finland to break.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a little sharper. Mika Immonen has been in every single World Cup except for one. So he's got some experience here.
Wow. That's a good stat. You've been doing your homework, buddy.
I got crazy stats. I was thinking I don't really bring much to the table except for stats, so I read a lot about the stats.
And a nice voice. No open look at this one. They can see an edge. But there's not a lot on offer there, so maybe a push out. But where do you push? So this is tricky. This is very, very tricky indeed.
Push out.
Push out cold. Austria, it's your choice.
Well, they pushed out, and they don't even know who they're pushing out to, but I don't like the idea of pushing out to either one of these guys. Albin and Max are both absolute killers with a stick.
May well be the best safety player in Nineball at the moment, if he isn't.
Finland, play again, please.
He's definitely going to be up in the conversation. Passes it straight back. Maybe caught it a little thicker than he would have liked. Maybe didn't want the run ball to go that close to the purple 5, but the good news is there's no combo on, so they're not sold out, but Albin's coming around. He's going to look at going in behind this and send the one ball back up table.
Now, if you're Austria, how do you decide who to put in to play this first shot?
Very simple. Up steps Albin. One of the hottest pool players in the last couple of years. Double world champ. Winner of this year's Premier League. Kick and stick. And that is Albin proving why he's one of the best at safety.
Yeah, Albin, another veteran of the World Cup of Pool. This is fun. He's been in 9 World Cups, and he's won 2 of them.
Have they lost in a final as well, Rolly? Have you got that stat? Have we got that right?
I got that stat. They also lost in a final in 2018. You know, both Mika and Albin have lost or won at every single stage of this event. They have nothing but experience here, and they're playing with newcomers to the event.
The one ball's tracked back up towards that nasty little purple 5. Tried to pocket the one. He tried to squeeze it through, and it stayed over the pocket.
It looked good. Just hung up. Now remember, these aren't your average bar pockets. These are deep cut all the way into the back. If you want to make a ball, you have to put it straight into the leather.
That was a decent positional shot there from Mika. He's left Uski perfect. Can just roll through now.
Mika's a real smooth player. He's got a great stroke, a real natural feel. One time I was at Amsterdam Billiards with Torsten Homan, and Torsten was trying to show me this trick shot, and Mika walked up and just drilled it on the first shot. He can just do things with a cue ball that not a lot of people can do, and that's what's given him such success so far. He's also stone cold. There's never an expression on his face.
Couple of safety shots each and a couple of kicks. Finland got this match underway, and they've won the first rack. Last year, Albin Ouschan played with
Mä vittu, mä pääsen, ettei jäänyt 7 takamaskin. Et se piti tätä se
to go in that match, so Albin will be desperate. Try and put that right, but he knows in race to 7 can be a little bit scary. This was the shot from Lechner. Tried to make the one ball in the corner and it just hung up.
Yeah, Albin and Mario, they won it in 2017. They got to the finals in 2018. They won it again in 2019. There was no cup in 2020, and everyone expected a huge finish from them in 2021, and Slovakia downed them on the first shot. Which just goes to show there's a huge depth of talent all over the place, but you gotta imagine he's gonna be hungry. I wonder how many times Mika has broken a rack of 9-ball. It's got to be like 40,000 or something.
Well, I've never thought of that one, but it would be a lot, you would think. Where's the one going to finish up? Well, it looks okay. I think there's a little gap to the potting angle. I really do. There must be, because he's looking where he wants to put the cue ball for Mika. That's a nice angle there as well, because he's got to get back up over to the right side of the table for the purple 5. Mika's job is to try and get that cue ball perfect for his partner every time. That'll take a little bit of pressure off each shot. Doesn't want to be on the rail, doesn't want to be straight.
Does he want to be straight and on the rail?
Well, he's got a bit of an angle, hasn't he? So maybe he can force this round the table. You said a moment ago he possesses a lot of cue power. And he's done well getting there, he really has. Little tester is this one. Just got to float this in. Hold for the 9 in the same pocket. Maybe he could play it around the table, but holding it looks like it's the ball.
Nothing but net.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a decent roll, isn't it, from Jani? Because he's going to be feeling a little bit of heat. He has to.
Absolutely. But Finland's got a deep bench of talent. It's a small country, but for some reason they're incredibly good at using a stick to hit a ball into another ball into a hole. Finland goes on the board with a break and run. It is now 2-0. Austria has yet to really see an open shot they could continue to play through.
Tuli vähän ylsää siihen, mutta kävi ollut siitä.
Wow, I love that slow 6-ball. Jani is really showing some class here.
Player 1, he's sat on the right if you've just tuned in. Mika Immonen, 2-time US Open champion, winner of this event, as we've already said, in 2012. Jani Uski sat on the left. He wasn't in that team, but he's in this team.
Nice to see a little bit of a smile out of them.
Two-time world 9-ball champion. Sat on your left, Albin Ouschan. This year's Premier League champion as well.
Leading by 2 racks to 0.
And that was Max Lechner, sat on your right. Nearly scratched in the side, but it stayed dry and they're going to have a shot.
Now, what do you do in the first round if you are desperate to not go out? If you think you have got a chance of winning the whole thing, how do you keep it together in the very first round when you're playing against a team that's got a lot of experience?
I think it's the old cliche, isn't it? Just take one ball at a time. Try not to do anything too silly out there. I know that's easier said than done. There's a lot of pressure. Purely and simply because it's Scotch doubles, a little bit like that. Don't try and push the ball out too much. Just try and play it simple. Or you could just play like Estonia, play terrible and win.
I don't think you're going to play terrible and win against Austria.
Is he ducking the cue ball down table? He is. He's trying to use the red 3 and the purple 5, and he's done it nicely indeed.
Tää on silleen parempi, ettei ole mitään, jos mitään koksutaan, niin sit jos niitä vähän säkkiä on parempi siis.
Extension, please.
Now, one of my favorite stories in pool is that Albin's got a sister who is also a world champion at pool. And Jasmine actually played in the World Cup 5 times, from 2008 to 2011, and then again with Albin in 2013. So a brother-sister combo. I don't know if we'll ever see that again at the World Cup.
Albin's going airball. He's only got a little left of the 2 ball sticking out. Oh, it's a good effort. Where's it going to finish? Where's that cue ball going to finish? It's going to run into the 2.
kannattaa ehkä tuoda tänne. Ettei mene
Tänne
liian
puolelle.
lähelle. Joo. Se on helpompi. Just.
Mika's got a nice angle here now, so he can just play the natural shot off 2 rails. Oh, and a mistake from nowhere. This is what Austria have been wanting. A little bit fortunate where the 4's finished, but at least they're back at the table.
So ober, das hinter dann dein Bett. Was du die
Didn't see that coming. Finland would look good, so was Mika. Mika's just put a couple of eye drops in. Is Max taking this on? It's thin. I don't believe he is. He's trying to get the cue ball behind the 9, and this is not going to work at all. It really isn't. He's under it that by a long way. He's trying to get the 4 all the way up table and stick the cue ball behind the 9. And another miss.
Wow. You did not expect to see that. This is not typical of these guys. I guess both these players are their first year here at the World Cup, but you also saw Mika miss the same ball earlier.
Can he play off this thin? It can always be a little bit awkward. Yeah, he can. Good shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You can always trust Albin for that really touchy shot. He's pretty stone cold in any Moscone Cup. I don't like anyone's odds against him if they're playing one-on-one.
Yeah, Albin Ouschan bags and bags of experience in this type of format, purely and simply because of the amount of Moscone Cups he's played, so he knows what this is about, he knows what it takes. This is the thing here with Max, don't try and do anything silly. Like trying to pinch the pocket on the rail, just get the cue ball down table. Albin will pot the 9 from anywhere, so it doesn't matter. And what looked like Finland was going to take the opening 3 racks. It's that Nineball for Albin and Team Austria. this was the unusual miss from the two-time US Open former champion Mika Immonen. And then this one as well. They just didn't want to win rack 3.
Thank you, the fourth rack. Team Austria to break, trailing 2-1.
Yeah, and what's worse for Finland is when we see them replays, they get blasted through all the screens in the arena and you can't really get away from watching them ones back.
Yeah, imagine having your worst mistake in the past month just played for everybody over and over again. It seems like some sort of high concept torture.
This is very touchy, this. If you can pocket the 2 in the top left, you can't hit low on the cue ball, so you would have to aim high, and I don't know if you can hold for the 3. Could play off it really thin and sort of bank the 2 off the side rail towards the 3 and just get a good cue ball down behind the 9 would be really nice.
Good.
Wow, not bad. Something that I'm noticing time and time again that is always shocking, but it probably is the reason why I'm such a terrible pool player. They just go for safeties. If they don't have a decent shot, they go for a safe. They have excellent ball control. They get the safe, then they get a shot back. I wish I could tattoo that onto my eyelids.
He's not got much ball either.
Wow.
What a shot he's played there.
Wow. Very creative.
Max has got a shot here into the top right, or the top left actually. Top right would offer a bigger pocket. He getting a look at this, just misses the green. And of course misses that red 3 ball.
Now I gotta say, it is a little bit scorching hot in here. Does that affect the way the balls play?
Yeah, I think certainly when you've got aircon on and things like this, the table can start to bounce a little bit funny, but over the 2 days, the table looks like it's playing fair, doesn't it? So, not seeing any crazy bounces or anything like that. Of course, the heat would make the bed of the table run a lot faster. That's why some tables, they have like a heated mechanism.
Um die 6 um, aber dann liegt sie vielleicht dort bei der Bande.
You can see the purple 5 goes into this corner from our previous camera angle, but how do you get there? How do you get on the right side? You can't play it with loads of right on spin because the cue ball is going to hit the green 6. Well, he decided he could get enough on it. Fair enough, he flicked the 6.
That shows some good trust between these partners. You know, he's realizing that Max is a really sharp shooter. Just get him close, and he'll do the rest.
Yeah, this is a big shot for Max. Obviously, you've not a lot of table time.
Ooh.
That is worrying. That is worrying. Yeah, and he's already missed a pink 4 ball in this pocket. This one is a lot harder, but it's a chance to redeem yourself. That was much better, a lot better.
Great shot from Jani. We're kind of seeing the same dynamic start to crop up here, where the younger player is maybe a little more fearless and taking on shots and having better results for it. Oh, just caught the point there. You know, Mika is a pretty unlucky dude. Every time there's a massive performance, it always happens against Mika for some reason.
Normal service resumes for Finland, but it was with a little bit of help from Team Austria. The story of that rack was the purple 5. Max Lechner had a chance, and he just fired it into the bottom rail. And this was that purple 5. Straight into the bottom rail. Didn't even get close, really, did he? That would have just steadied the ship for Austria. And now what's going to happen is Max is going to feel worse and worse every time he gets to the table. I don't think Mika was trying to hit the middle point, but he did, and that 9-ball for Jani has given him another 2-game advantage.
Yeah, if you're Max, you got to start to feel a little bit of anxiety. I mean, you know it's not your partner's fault. Your partner is Albin Ouschan. He's won everything there is to win. He's rock solid. So that those pockets start to close up a little bit. Just got to get a nice clean shot to get your confidence back.
It's alternate breaks, right?
Can we just check who's breaking it here? This is Mika. Thank you. Thank you to the 5th rack. Finland to break. Leading by 3 racks to 1.
Wow. Oh no, a great break, and then the 4-ball just dribbles in.
Cue ball was dicing a little bit with the centre. If you've just tuned in to this year's World Cup of Pool, after the break, shot can be a push out. What that means is Team Finland now can just roll the cue ball wherever they want. They can hit a ball, they can even pot a ball. And then Austria would come to the table and either play the shot, pass it back to Finland. So this is why there's a big discussion going on between the two teammates.
Tästä vähän. Tämän viivan yli vähän.
Next tension, please.
Is there any psychological warfare that you try to wage against your opponent? Like if you notice somebody's kind of having a bad day, do you ever try to force them to take shots that they're not confident with, just to ruin their confidence more?
And there's definitely a bit of mind games that goes on in pool, certainly in this situation, really. But that was always going to be a difficult push out to play where you can maybe leave 3 or 4 options. The rollout is always a lot more difficult the more balls you pocket on the break shot, and of course this rack has seen 3 balls disappear. Albin will definitely be playing this shot. Austria's got the option of who plays the first shot in this rack because nobody's played a shot, so every time it's a safety shot, there's no doubt about it, Albin will play the shot.
Stift till västra bandet. Okay.
Finland, please play again.
Uh-oh.
En mä sitä kuinka
Passing it back.
Joo.
Now, what do you think Finland was thinking with this push? What are they going to do here, Carl?
Looks like they're going to try and get the cue ball back over, not to where it is, but over to that side. But Albin, he doesn't usually miss a trick, so let's see. I'm very surprised Albin didn't play that shot, because that shot looked easy. And when I say easy, maybe Albin thought the 7
Extension.
Extension, please.
was a big ball and
Dynspil. Oder
could never guarantee the hook. They can see an edge of this, but this is one of them shots where whenever you can see an edge and you have to play thin, usually you always end up hitting it a little bit too fat.
Now, Austria is another small-ish country with a deep bench of pool ability. What do you think accounts for that? Just they're taking it really seriously, they start winning, and that starts bringing in more players?
Yeah, just sheer work ethic, and when you've got somebody like Albin who's won a lot of tournaments, people start to look up to him and maybe copy what he does, and it's just like any old sport, really. He's glanced the 9.
Oof. You deny.
He's glanced the 9.
Well, let's check that one.
Albin doesn't know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Albin doesn't know.
Very smoothly, but you did hit that 9 foul stroke. We can check it,
We
but
can check, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely hit that 9.
Definitely moved. Albin doesn't know. Let's look at the 9 ball now, folks. Watch this 9 ball. It just wobbles.
yeah.
You'll see it in a minute.
Oh, you could hardly see it in that replay, could
They
you?
need to play it faster.
Could you play it just in
It's actually
normal speed,
harder to
please?
see in slow motion because it wobbles so slightly.
Did you see it as well?
Definitely.
Yeah,
You can see the 9 after contact here, Ollie. Watch it. When the cue ball gets...
Yeah,
I think she looks.
Yeah, you gotta have it in regular speed. Another good call.
That is as thin as you're ever likely to hit a ball. That was unbelievable. What eyes Marcel has got. He clearly ate his carrots when he was a kid.
Thanks, guys.
He is a focused man, that is for sure. You can see the crowd really giving it up for that incredible call. Things just not going Austria's way in the early racks, and you only get 7 chances. So they better make something happen for themselves. Jani looking great out there. Generational talents here. You got Mika, the elder statesman. I wonder what their relationship is. Do you think they're friends in real life? We could ask him.
I'm going to let you ask him, Rolly. I don't know. Mika lives in the States, right?
I'm sorry, I think he lives in New York.
Well, what a foul Marcel Eckert spotted there.
Team Finland wins the right.
And they've got a lot of support in the crowd here. They really have. Marcel's no stranger to a controversial foul. Back at the UK Open, he called the foul on SVB. We've all seen about 20 replays of that one, and I still didn't know if it was a foul or not. It was that close.
Me neither. If you're listening to this right now, go look that up and watch it in slow motion. It is basically impossible to tell. This one, however, is very obvious. It just clips the edge of that 9 ball, rocks slightly back. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, what's funny about that is the slow-mo actually makes it harder to view. In real time, you can see it just wobble a little bit. And this is in real time. We're going to take another look. What's the 9? You see it just rocks back and forth. Incredible.
Very pensive looking Mika there. There's some emotion, and there's some gesturing. Very nice.
Yeah, I think Mika's been around the block over the years in 9-ball tournaments, and the fact that this is
Team Finland to break.
obviously live on TV,
Leading the match by 4-1.
we have the equipment to get the replay back straight away. He's obviously a blessing for Mika, because I'm sure over the years he's been on the bad end of a few wrong calls without the replay available. Jani to break. It's all going Finland's way. The 9-ball's moving, but it's not a golden.
And right before I jumped into the booth, I went and checked out the streaming team here at the World Cup of Pool. And there's about 30 people back there to make all this happen. So each and every one has a specialized piece of equipment. It is unbelievable. It's like watching an army create something. And you just don't realize how much work goes into something like this until you see it for yourself. It is spectacular. And they're also hearing me say this. So good job, guys.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the pool. It's a team effort. He's attacked this. Maybe he feels like it was a two-way shot. That can always be dangerous, because if he's left an edge of this, maybe the pot is on.
Request that you're moving a bit too much in the player's eye line. Thank you. Just try to freeze.
Kyllä se vaan. Spoiler. Spoiler. Extension.
Extension, please.
Just der Zeit, genug Zeit.
Now, I want to make a small correction here. I called them a streaming team, but really they're they're a super team that creates broadcasts for every occasion.
There's an edge here. Max can pot this ball. He has done. The cue ball needs to slow down. Running towards the floor, but it's going to hold up. That is fine. It's now a big chance for Austria.
What a shot from Max here. Just clips it in, and that's got to put a little more confidence back in his step. Perfect position for Albin to just drop that 2-ball and get another rack on the board. And they're going to need it.
A little bit shy of pace from Albin. Cue ball needs to slow down. This is not going to be easy.
Oh. Albin makes a difficult shot but catches a point. I think they're still going to have a shot here on the 5. It's not what he wanted, but I think he'll live with it.
Yeah, Albin was just trying to catch the rail before the middle there. And this is Max's time to step up. You are part of Team Austria, Max. This is your moment. You're 4-1 down. This simply has to go. And done it as.
What a shot.
But the cue ball has clattered the 9 and scratched. Simply incredible. Back-to-back racks have ended with a foul.
Did you play? No, you missed.
Look at this, the double kiss. Well, it wasn't a double kiss. I thought it double kissed and went in. It went straight off the 9. that's one of the easiest racks Finland are going to win in this tournament. Just mopping up from the mistake from Team.
He wasn't sure what. Pardon? Oh, we said we do. No, at any point. At any point. We talked about that the other day. No, even there. No, we talked about it. First we talked about... I thought we did, to be honest. I thought we did. Yeah, I remember what you said. You said, no, I can't tell you. I thought you meant you need to double check because I was in the back. I thought you meant like I thought because you said I can't tell you meant and you checked with Desi or something. I thought you meant you must not. Then you mean you must not tell him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. I thought then, because it then went quite quickly, I thought then it cleared up. We checked with Desi, and then because obviously I only had that picture in that moment, so I wasn't. Did you say that? Yeah, no, we did agreed on it because yeah, exactly that point. No, when they are down for the shot, we wouldn't help. Let's talk about that, clear it up again later. Yeah. Who's it? Mika.
It was a tricky shot on the purple 5. He made it,
Foul stroke.
but unfortunately, he lost the cue ball. That was a case of Mad Max. And this was the 9-ball.
Thank you, it's the 7th rank.
That's made them two
Finland to
fellas
break,
smile in
leading
the
by
crowd.
5 breaks to 1.
5-1, Finland lead, and it's a healthy lead. It's a race to 7. Good cue ball control off the break. The 1 ball can be potted, but it's so thin, and with awkward cueing, it offers not a great deal.
Että olisiko maan safety 2 vallia, 4 se perät semmoinen maksimisen verran, 4 on nakki.
Well, I don't speak Finnish, but I did hear Mika say the word safety, so I assume that's the same in English, and that they're going to try to play a little safety here.
Maksimisen verran.
One nice thing is that all the players are mic'd up, so we get to hear them when they're in their huddles. Unfortunately, this being a very international tournament, we can't always understand them.
Didn't get the hook, but at least the one baller's kind of married up on that too, so there's no pot.
Darfst gerne springen, wenn du magst. Darfst gerne springen, wenn du magst.
Kan du? Om du også?
Oder ist safe.
Så kan du ikke ta straff.
Extension.
Extension, please.
A little laugh there from Max. You know, it's probably hard to shake off the memory of going out in the first round of Slovakia for Austria, specifically Albin. Albin was on that team, a lot of expectations on him, and crashing out in the first round has got to give him a lot of pause here.
Yeah, and this hasn't been a match where they've not had opportunities. Max missed a longish 5 to tie the match up at 2-2. The hook is there, but you expect the boys from Finland to hit this. Where it ends up, we'll see in a minute. Yeah, so Max missed the 5 to tie up at 2-2. Albin then in the rack where he just edged the 9. He could have played that safety shot, remember? He decided not to, and then he ended up fouling, and then the previous rack just before the break. So that's 3 racks there.
Oh, that is a nice little shot from Mika. You can tell he's feeling pretty confident. He plays really, really well with a lead.
Good. 15 Sekunden.
Now Albin is a surgeon with his jump cue, so I wouldn't be surprised if this found a pocket here.
It's no good. It was never going to be easy. He got it running towards the corner, but there you could see just hit it into the rail too soon. The pink 4's ended up over the left centre. The 5 ball goes in both corners. This is just connect the dots and you're on the hill.
Yeah, it's hard not to be depressed if you're Albin. He's basically hasn't missed a shot that I can recall. He made, I guess a decision not to take on a push shot and didn't miss anything. And now he finds himself 1-5 down. It's a tough world.
Cue ball's a little close to the rail, but it's fine, just because the next ball after the pink 4.
Tuon toiselle puolelle. Mä vedän vähän niinku... Siinä on leikkuuta, mä pystyn vähän...
Joo.
Semmoisen tasapokan.
Mika was shouting at his partner there. Jani thought Mika was telling him to come over here. He was like, no, get over there. Tell me where you want the cue ball. Don't come down here.
No, Jani has been very impressive this game. Pretty young player, never played in a World Cup before, but has absolutely been an asset to this team. Missed 1 4 ball, but otherwise I think has played basically perfectly.
It was so important for Austria to keep Finland off the hill. Whenever you can keep someone on 5 in a race to 7, you've always got a chance, but if Finland get to 6 now, well, you feel the writing is on the wall.
Yeah, one of the benefits of having so much experience is that nothing is new, but it also reminds you how bad you feel when you go out in the first round. So hopefully Austria gets one more shot at this thing.
Team Finland wins the rack.
It's been all Finland so far. And then, guys, they will know how important that rack is to get on the hill. Mika's got vast amounts of experience.
Oma kontrolli.
Sen pystyy pallasella peralla, niin se ei niinku paljon liiku välttämättä siitä linjasta. Se pystyy niinku vetämään just semmoisen pehmeän. Pitää vaan niinku keep it simple.
They're feeling good. They're feeling very good.
Sun pitää vaan luottaa muuhun.
There's the wonderful arena here at the Brentwood Centre in Essex.
And I mean, the real problem with that is he even made that ball, right? He just came off the 9 with the pocket. Is that the one you're talking about?
Early on in the fourth rack, he had a 5 ball in the bottom left, and he banged it off 2 rails, nowhere near, and that was their big chance. Ring ball flies in. 1 ball looks like it's going to track towards the corner, and it is. It's a chance for Finland to book their place into round 2. Pink 4 ball is tied on the top rail to a degree, so they're going to have to play a tidy shot from the red 3. This is just me scanning the rack double quick. Jani's not happy with that, so he must have wanted the cue ball to run over further.
Joo.
Well, this may just work out okay. Or is it going to run too far? It's hard to see. We'll see in a moment. Can he pot this pink 4? Don't believe he can.
Is this a lifeline for Austria? They don't look happy. It doesn't look like it goes.
Kiitos on aina ylipäivää tosta.
Ellei se osuu sit samalla.
Marcel, the referee, looking on completely impassively.
Entäs jos otat ohuen tonne nelonen tonne ja sitten kivitanne vasen tonne?
Niin ne tänne linjaa.
Niin.
Kyllä.
Pääset ettei tuu sitä käkää.
Joo.
Tai tupla.
I think I recognized a word in there.
It's gone wrong. Didn't want the double hit. It actually could have come out a lot worse for Finland. At least there's a little bit of awkward queuing for Austria.
Extension call.
And it's a thin one in either pocket. Top right pocket looks to be more favourable from this view.
Now, Carl, I seem to recall a time you were down like 6-1 against Ralph Souquet and came all the way back and took that down. How did you find the motivation being down so deeply, and can Austria find that same motivation?
I believe they can, but I think the big difference is when you're playing singles, if you can win a couple of racks, you're obviously playing more shots than what these two would do. if they win a couple of racks. And in the World Cup of pool, you just can't really settle. You know, you're never really in a groove. It's all very stop-start because you're playing a shot each. It's a pure grind. You've got to focus on your shot, your pot, and try not do anything silly. But you feel at 6-1 down, this is just a mammoth task ahead. And Max is faced with a tricky shot here into the top left. Likes to play the ball hard.
Oh.
And he's missed it by an absolute mile. Just not been at the races. He really hasn't. Austria are 4 balls away from going out of this year's event.
You can see him shaking his head. He's not happy with that. Just the confidence drained away. Again off the point. Mika can't stop hitting those points.
Yeah, he potted the ball a little bit fat, didn't he, off the bottom side of the pocket. That was the problem. But Jani's done enough in this match to make me believe he's okay here. Just pot it, a little bit of left-hand English, come off the bottom rail. Yeah, that's good enough. Mika doesn't have to go crazy with the cue ball here. That's a job well done. And it's there, Team Finland, Mika Immonen, a former champion. He's got a new partner, Jani Uski. They knocked one of the favourites out, and they are delighted. Finland with a lot of fans in the crowd tonight. It's a big win, 7-1 over Team Austria. Devastation, 2 years on the spin. Austria bow out in the first round. Now it's time for a few pictures with the fans. He's going to be feeling good.